conference, and I will open up the floor for questions.
I guess whoever wants to answer first is for all three of you guys. Definitely a tale of two halves. What was the message in the locker room at halftime?
I can go. We knew we played good defense in the first half, and we kept them to a lower number. But we just needed to execute on offense and finish the looks we got, and just stay together. It's usually pretty positive between the group, and so yeah, just keep pushing and see if we can make a run. But, yeah.
Yeah, we talked about having each other's back today, and we had each other's back on defense, and now we're talking about having it on both sides of the floor. So.
Yeah, I would say we just came together a little bit more. We just needed to, like Katie said, finish plays on offense. Defensively, we just tried to do the same, limit their looks, their clean looks, and just make a push in the second half.
And Taylor, this one's for you. You were 1 for 1 in the first half, and you ended up with 8 field goal attempts total in the game. Was your mindset, hey, I need to be more aggressive in order to kind of close the gap?
Yeah, my teammates always have the most confidence in me, so it was just me going out there and get to the spots, looking for my shot a little bit more, and just finishing the plays.
Right, and Cheyenne, you started getting some good looks in the paint, getting and one 3-point plays. Just talk about the importance of, not giving up, and you guys were down 19 at a point, and you guys cut the lead at 4.
Yeah, I mean, when you're out there, for me personally, I never really noticed the score. It's just, I go based off of feeling, we felt like a team out there. We felt like we were playing hard, and, it felt like we were up. So I was just, in my head, I was like, just keep going, just keep playing hard always.
All right, and a question for you, Katie. Had a 14 points, I believe. Just talk about your offensive play and being able to do that against a tough team in Santa Barbara.
Yeah, I mean, all week positivity is poured into me offensively, confidence for my teammates and coaches. So just go there and do what I can do, and stay out of my head, and my teammates create great looks for me. So yeah.
And then final question for all three of you. Even though it didn't come out with the W, what does this game statement-wise say for you guys in terms of being able to compete with a team like Santa Barbara, and how you guys can carry that on Saturday against CSUB?
Yeah, I mean, we know what we're capable of, and we keep getting told we're right there, but we truly are. I mean, this shows we're right there. We clean up a few things in the next couple of days, and I think we have a good chance, yeah.
Yeah, I'm just going to piggyback off of that. We're just, we've been in this thing together from the beginning, so we're just going to stay together and keep working, and practice so we can get to our ultimate goal.
Yeah, definitely. This is a step in the right direction for us. We battled tonight. We battled last game against Long Beach. So even though our record is what it is, we're still out there competing, and we can win against any team in the conference, I believe.
I have one. For Taylor, I know the question has been asked and what was said at halftime, but what happened to you at halftime?
Just getting out of my head, not overthinking, and just knowing that we got to be on the attack. It should be for the whole game, but it was really emphasized in the second half that we just have to go out there and throw a punch. And that's what we did.
What was talked about you playing against Alyssa Marin for the third year, or probably 2 years?
Yeah.
Having seen her and just her game and battling against someone who either gets to the line or makes the basket seemingly at will. But how do you go about guarding her? Because I think you were on her for most of the game.
Yeah, she's a good player. They have a good offensive scheme for her. She comes off a lot of screens, so it was definitely a challenge fighting through all of that, fighting through off-ball screens, on-ball screens. But I think we held her to 4 in the first half, and she just kind of got away a little bit there in the second half. Mostly free throws. She was 11 for 12 from the free throw line. So if we just limit our fouls, we would be in a good place.
There are no more questions. Thank you, ladies.
Thank
Thank
you
you so much.
or at him?
Always.
You ready?
Yeah.
We will now continue our post-game press conference with Coach Weidman.
Coach, not the result you guys wanted, but you guys battled, especially in the second half, cutting that 19 lead to 4 to finish the game. Just give me your overall thoughts. The girls were saying positivity was on the mindset. How important is it to have that positivity in order to correlate to the game?
Yeah, I think it's critical. I told them I heard a lot in practice. I heard a lot more like I've got your back rather than my bad, and like people just protecting each other. And I just told them that there's 20 people in the room, and for the rest of 25, like all 20 people for 2025 have to be locked in, and you have to have each other's back and protect one another, and pick somebody up, and that'll help us continue to elevate. And so I thought they were positive and they had great energy, and I'm a big energy person, so I loved it, and I think that carries over to you having a chance. And so we're knocking on the door, we're so close, and so hopefully we can get the offense clicking a little bit more, like in terms of shot making. They defended. That's a good team, and I thought they did a great job on that end. So we just gotta. I told them couple these things together, and you got a chance. So hopefully Saturday is the day.
In second quarter, hit a slump there. Would
Yeah.
you say it's more just not shot making, or was it like difficulty of like creating their shot?
I thought it was a mixture of both. It was shot making and then spacing. So they do a really good job of plugging gaps, and we would let the ball get stuck in certain spots, and we weren't moving it and spraying it. And so for us, you have to get a body shot, like get to the paint and then move it. You either move it, shoot it, or pass it, and we were holding on to it. And so their defense was set, and we weren't forcing them to scramble. Like they were living in rotation. And rotation is what you practice every day. So we want to put people in scramble situations, and we weren't doing that, and our spacing wasn't good. So we adjusted. We went a little bit more 5 out in the third quarter to open up the floor. So yeah, I think it was a mix of not making shots and then poor spacing.
And what was the message to the girls in the second half or halftime? I mean?
Yeah, it was really the same. Like, are we the hammer or the nail? And we were 50-50. We talked about we weren't really dominating, and so it was really just more about the fight and like, will you stick together? Will you make the ball go in? Like the same effort defensively, you have to have offensively. Like toughness, people say defensively really matters. Toughness offensively, like will you put the ball in? Like will you make the perfect pass? And so it's really being sharp on both ends. And so they responded. Like, I mean, essentially you win the second half, but a slower start. Like we missed 3 layups in the first quarter, I remember. So you're up 16-15. You win the first quarter, and then you go empty on a couple in the second. And some of those plays will cost you at times, right? But overall, I thought they competed at a high level, and again, we're getting closer to what it should look like. So that's nice to see.
And Taylor Caldwell went 1 for 1 in the first half, finished 6 for 8. Would you like to see her be more aggressive?
Yeah, I say that every day. Like, be aggressive. Like, look to score. And I know she's had some struggles with that, but ideally, confidence. And I talked a ton with the team and our staff this week about mindset. Like, it is so much of their mind and their focus and just belief in themselves. And I told them, I can't change that. Like, you have to decide. I can't tell you you're a scorer until you decide you're going to score the ball. And so it's really a confidence and mindset thing with these guys. And I think that she came in with a more aggressive mindset tonight. And, hey, the basketball gods reward you a little bit.
All right. Only losing by 4 points to a tough team like UCSB. Would you say that this was your guys' best performance so far this season?
Absolutely. Yeah. Best performance for putting it together on both ends and giving ourselves a chance to win a game, And I thought we had our chances. So we're getting closer.
And how important is it to have a performance like this heading into CSUB on Saturday, another team that's been struggling this season?
Yeah, I think it's great for us because, first off, our culture is strong, and so this group has stayed together. And so now, if you put the things together offensively and defensively and combine them with having a good culture, ideally you out-team the other team. And so I think we're in a good place with that. And I hope this gives them confidence. Like, we want to score more, but this is better than what the 40s have been, right? So progress on both sides of the ball, which is a good thing. So really happy about that.
There are no more questions. Thank you, Coach.
Awesome. Thank you.